fray, its lands rent by tooth and claw.
You know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. As we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
While the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight. Until the heavens fall. Until our last breath.
Past the far
you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that.
Good evening and well met on this most excellent Saturday evening, my warriors of light and darkness, my defenders of Eorzea. This is your buddy Runewyrd here, back with yet another episode of a playthrough Reborn, where I am going through the Final Fantasy XIV MSQ, main story quest, what have you, for the second time, this time as a bard. I'm also side leveling the paladin to take care of queues and whatnot, as we've had those discussions before. But how are you guys? It is great to be here. Had a most excellent day of barbecue and friends. Hats off to my high school buddies. You know, I consider myself blessed that that I still get to hang out with my pals from high school. You know, life takes us all sorts of different places. You know, I don't know too many people that you know, still have a good solid, you know, high school friend circle. So yeah, consider myself lucky. Had a great afternoon. Weather was absolutely perfect. Well, it was for me because it was nice and cool. And yeah, here we are, guys. Let's get her fired up. I hope you all are enjoying your weekend as well. Oh, there we go. Nothing like a sip of coffee to get the stream started. Sip of agua. Nope. I let this grow and get the beard back, or do I shave and stop looking like a 1970s skid? Alright, so Xenos is dead. Alamigo is now free. Let's see where we gotta go to next. We did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and hope too. We did it. Father, Ida, Pop Limo, Conrad, Mefrid, Minfilia, we really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand here listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him after all. You're the real hero of this story, so run along and take your plaudits. Oh no, we all defeated Xenos. Not quite so simple as that. Oh, you, the best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, yes, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Rune. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant. A man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Elfino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hekru and his Lupin brothers. It was a timely intervention, aye. Full glad am I not to have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hian's most trusted allies. Ah, indeed, my friend, indeed. There's Monago. Can you believe it? We won. We beat the bastards. Al amigo, al amigo. Sorry, got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know. We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be all right. We'll be. Oh bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. Of course. After all we have been through, I really should know better than to worry, but as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie well nigh reduced me to tears. The warrior of light victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the warrior of light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good that you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You are a natural-born leader of men, Rune. All these people weren't just following the commanders, they were following you. Awesome. You led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end. But history shall remember them and the glorious future they made possible. Alright, Reborn. You're my buddy. Haha, the Storm Officer. That's awesome. The hero of the hour. I suppose you'll have to add Liberator to your titles. But their commander, following the remainder of the 12th, chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. And now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there's no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father. Momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye, aye. Yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Rune, for helping to make this dream a reality. Well, duh. Not all duh, mind you. Oh, pardon me. Finished your rounds? Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me back to Ralger's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the signs together. I'll explain later. I don't know where to begin.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't
Sure
thank you
have.
enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that.
You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right, because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a Scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Oh, if anything, that shows a lot of wisdom and foresight, right? Because the idea of the Scions, like she said, is to be, we're supposed to be neutral, right? And help all nations. So I think that's pretty grown up of her.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, Istola.
Oh, I didn't,
Oh, Lise, she's pulling your leg.
'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after.
Yep.
Is that not so?
Damn straight it is.
There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's Kosetsu.
Come back here, you slippery little devil. To think fishing could be so difficult. What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
All right. Sid? This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Mega. Since there's undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon. Yes, I think we have our suspect. Now this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. Won't be easy, but is it ever? Now comes the part where you say you don't have a choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Your financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit to giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up or seal it away? Fine. But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm mending it, savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. Oh shit. You didn't. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Good old Nero. Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It will be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero Tolskava, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. Oh my god, like, does she even have any idea of his history? Like, I wonder. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she does know. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children. Whoops, I missed that. Ha! Talk to Lise. Lise seems troubled.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Well, yeah.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion.
Of course.
For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
Yeah, 100%.
But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you. Now, don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Sure.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure? After all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not?
Yeah.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Al Amigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Kiss my arm, haven't you? Right then, let's go and find Master Levier. Actually, leave that to me. Want you fresh for a little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetherite and we'll be along shortly. See you there. Right, by the Aetherite it is. Greetings, Rune. It would seem we are to accompany Ehrenwald on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation. Back when Al Amigo was still a monarchy, Theodric sat the throne. A uniquely brutal despot by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Rogel's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown. So he ordered that very soul with claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it's said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. This was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. Ah, I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I seem you have the mind to unearth this hidden bounty. You assume correctly. And would I be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course. I won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Al Amigo's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room after dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine the three of us delving into a decades-old mystery. Telling me the thought doesn't set your heart racing. Alright. Well, it sounds like we've signed up for it. Well, where are we heading to? You can almost see the wheels turning in Alphino's head. Oh, shit. News of Doma and Alamigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the Empire. Here, the Imperial province of Damaska has already risen up in a rebellion. It means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Ehrenwald, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by the other treasure hunters Fred nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere, so we'll probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied archivists and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. Garleans are meticulous about such things. They uncovered the trove during their occupation. The event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you'll be looking for people at least seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Ehrenwald, pray try your luck at the fringes and the peaks, whilst Rune maces rounds in the Alamigan quarter. Ah, there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gerbald's Gate. Right. Right. A middle-aged Highlander. In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up in the Divine Audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say that I stayed far away from the palace as possible. And I don't blame you, buddy. Yeah, that would be a hard pass for me as well. A mature maid. You want to hear an old maid's stories, do you? Aye, well, most of what I know about the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see His Royal Majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he'd ordered. After a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. Yeah, something tells me his staff probably didn't have extra long lives either. I served at the pleasure of King Theodric. Lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by where we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which of course we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. Your hell's bent on finding out what happened in the palace. Head down the street there and ask old Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want with me? You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days the king's fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family. Magic would transform them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. That sounds like, I would have to agree. Places. Oh, it's such a bloody maze to me. Come on. There we go. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we learned? Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It is possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for so long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. What of you, Rune? Were your investigations any more fruitful? Turned into monsters? And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Algieri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said naught of cursed abomination. Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. This scribe fellow had been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Do you believe him, Rune? Yeah, his fears seemed genuine. He was afraid. That does lend credence to the tale, but I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Not be hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden. But ere I share my theory, there's a matter I would clarify. Ehrenwald, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot in my skin was an emergent third eye, like the kind you see in pure-blood Garleans. Mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. Wow. In the end, she turned me out to the street and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo. Feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. The best I can say about the years followed is that I survived. I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventure, and on that road led me to the company of the Scions. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With Theodric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Nice. Thank you, Anvald, and I apologize. That could not have been unpleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intention. Elrune, are you content to surrender the treasure to Anvald's noble cause? Claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Well, yeah, of course. And I would be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's Trove, if you minded to hear it. Got it. Take a peekaboo. Oh, there's a few upgrades. We'll take them. Alvino seems eager to share his theory. All right. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourned to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. Was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of Loch Seld. Alright, folks, I do apologize. I am getting one heck of a splitting headache here. I think is best to tend to by getting some Advil and rest into me. I do apologize. I will be up early enough tomorrow. We'll do some Baldur's Gate 3 in the morning, and then and of course Sunday night is always Final Fantasy Reborn. And we'll do that tomorrow night, guys. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm starting to feel it right behind my eyeball, so I'm gonna bow out while the bowing's good. But yeah, I want to thank everyone who popped into the channel. Please remember to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It does help the channel grow. And I promise that I usually stream for more than 55 minutes regularly. It's just, yeah, it's starting to get really bad. So I am going to bow out and get my rest. But guys, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. This is your buddy Runewyrd signing out for the night. Take care.